Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
What's going on, guys? Big Mike, D717 Outlaw back here today. Sorry the videos have been very scarce here lately. Been waiting on parts and waiting for bikes to come back. And I've also been working on a project here at the house. I'll go ahead and throw this clip up here. Let me know what you guys think. I've just been busy with that here lately and getting some things, or waiting on things for the bike. Anyway, here's a recap on what we have done with the busa so far. The bodywork, unfortunately, is still out at paint, so went ahead and just did a real good overhaul on cleaning up the electrical. We removed things that do not need to be on here. We took off the light kit, rerouting some wiring, cleaning up some wiring, and I mean, you guys can see it here. Went through, got wire loom all the way through everything, got it loomed all the way up here. Just tidied up a lot of the wiring to make sure that everything was as clean as possible for when we get the bike back together, have things hooked up. We have grounded to the frame. Another little thing that we did, if any of you guys remembered, we used to have the rectifier sitting right down here above the swing arm. It was in kind of a low point. It might have been one of the lower points on the bike besides the oil pan. I think it might have been almost at the same level. Anyway, we went to Schnitz Racing and ordered this Adams relocation bracket. It goes ahead and mounts this up to the subframe. Very light aluminum, gets rid of the heavy bracket that the rectifier usually sits on, but tucks it up in the tail, never be seen. It'll just sit behind the bodywork, and really you'll never know that it's there. Also going down in here to the engine bay to clean up, we went in and got an APE crankcase breather, breather cover. The old breather used to sit about 3 inches higher, and the filter sat right at the frame rail. Now it kind of sits down in. Future plans for this, if any of you guys can help me out, just because a few of the roll racing companies that I've looked at for their rules and regulations on bikes and things like that, if you have a power adder, they kind of request that you have a catch can. So this breather plate is going to help with doing a catch can, because then I can run the piping right up over the frame here and hopefully stick a catch can in here. I was looking at the Motion Racework catch can. It's a little 2-port can, figured that'd be easy enough to do, but there really isn't. I have hardly ever, actually I don't think I've ever really pushed anything out of the breather, so I don't think it's a very big issue, but I know it's kind of a cover your ass kind of deal for the racing companies. But any of you guys can help me out, try and help me find or figure out what kind of catch can I can run on this that's pretty small. I don't really need a big one, but just something to get me through. What else did we do here? Took the power commander off. Anybody has a 2008 to 2021, I believe, Hayabusa? I have a power commander 5 available. If I remember right too, my MR12 and 93 tunes are still saved on it. So if you happen to have those or want those fuels for your bike, I have a power commander with those tunes on it. So hit me up if you guys would be interested in that. That will be kind of for sale on the side here. What else did we get into here on the busa? We got a PSR brake reservoir. So this removes the reservoir from back up here underneath the tail to right behind the OEM rear sets, and it's nice and simple. Just kind of hides it away from everything, and it's lighter. The bracket and the tank and everything weigh more than this thing, let alone adding a little bit of hose. Just a little bit of weight savings and cleans the bike up a little bit. Also going into hopefully making a little bit more power, we went ahead and got a turbo blanket from PTP Turbo Blankets to hopefully help with the hot side heat and keeping that centralized where it needs to be and not letting it spread and overheating my radiator, because the radiator sits right above the turbo, and just helping us with some heat control. Granted, the fairings are really going to let air get to that, so we're not going to worry too much on it, but still something to help, especially running a non-intercooled turbo system. Now going to the front, finally have our first piece of carbon on this. We went to motorsport.com and picked up a Hot Bodies carbon front fender, and yeah, it fits the bike pretty well. Did have a very minor clearancing that was right here on the back, but it's just a little bit. It actually pretty much stopped for the most part, but we got everything mounted back up. The bike's looking good. We're just waiting on our body work. We have we're working on making a bracket here, tidy up some of this wiring, get this little fuse box up where it needs to be, because these used to sit on top of the ram airs, but since the bike is now turboed, we removed the ram airs and got rid of that stuff, and we don't really need it anymore. But the busa is coming along, and if you guys haven't seen, the R6 is back. Now, going over to the R6, we just tidied it up. We have a new front fender that just came in. I think I showed you guys in the last video of the R6. We finished up the exhaust, we repacked the muffler, basically just did a tune-up. We got some fresh NGK plugs in it. We got our kind of out-of-shop repair done, and the bike's back. That's the biggest thing that we were very happy for, was to just have the bike back in-house instead of it being out. It was actually almost down in Maryland. But fresh NGK plugs. We cleaned out the Canan air filter that is on this. We went ahead and finished up the 520 chain and sprocket conversion. So we went with the, it is somewhat of a power setup if I remember right, but it should only be, I think maybe +1 in the rear compared to stock. It's not much, but just a fresh chain and sprocket set, 520 conversion, and we went with an X-Ring Vortex or EK chain. But yeah, the R6 is back. She's ready to go. We do have a dyno session set up for, I believe it's the 23rd. Unfortunately, Beaver Springs was supposed to open this weekend, but bad weather is going to be hitting up there, so they're not really going to push their luck. Well, freezing weather is supposed to hit, so they don't want to hurt anything up the track, any water lines to freeze, things like that. So we have a little bit more time here to finish things up for before the season starts. The bodywork hopefully will be back. One other thing I didn't even get to say, so we had the lights. I have all the lights ready to go. Headlight, tail light, turn signals. I just added some extensions on these because all we're going to do is just hook these into the OEM tail light and headlight harness, because it's just a little plug and play sub harness that comes off the main. But anyway, that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, we have a lot of things going on to get everything finished up, but dyno session for the R6 is the big thing. The busa will be finished, and we'll be debuting the new color hopefully on the next upload. If not, the next upload is going to have to do with, if you guys can see it, the stack of cash that is now on the table. So what that is the future shop build, and we're actually going to pick that up in about half an hour. So you guys will have to stay tuned for the next upload to catch that. But new build, R6 and the busa are almost done. And also to go with that for the racing aspect is we're not going to be doing just test and tunes this year or doing like little side races here and there. We are both, both bikes are in the point series, IHRA point series this year, and we're going to be running both bikes just to see what they do. I mean, if I could make it to the finals at Dragway 42 this year, that'd be awesome. I mean, hell, the 120-pound pilot of the R6 now, because I'm a little too big for the R6, so Mick dropped some weight. He's going to be the new pilot for the R6. I will get a few runs in here and there this year, but for the most part for the point series it's going to be Mick. But we're ready for the point series. We just got to get everything going, and that's about it, guys. So if there's any questions you guys have about the channel, drop those comments down below. As always, throw a thumbs up on this video. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, ride safe, ride smart, always wear your helmet. I'll see you guys in the next one.